Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna go over the new update that Live just dropped in their official server, and we're gonna get a couple new events coming up, new features and optimizations, as well as some conversion stones and conversion fragment changes. So if you like the video today, drop a like and subscribe, and let's get started. So we can see here with the update, it said we plan to update on the 7th of May at UTC 6, and the servers will be down for 3 hours like normal. So we're getting a new museum event here. We're gonna get Esmeralda's Prayer. We're gonna get Esmeralda's Collection. Arms Training is coming out, nice. We're definitely going to play that. Riches Unveiled, okay. In Search of Wonders, we already know what that is about. Oriel Appraiser. Listen close to the sound of gift boxes and open to discover abundant rewards. Alright, that sounds interesting. So updated features and optimizations. Now let's get to the good part here. So the Fountain of Dreams. The event now introduces the first legendary city theme set along with accessories. We did get a little preview of what the city theme looks like on the thumbnail, so you'll see what that looks like there. The city theme set comes with exclusive accessories, including city and teleport effects. Alright, I think actually we can take a look here in TKC in the updates section. I just want to see right here. I think it was posted here, yeah. So you can kind of like see here what it looks like. So that is the new city theme with the new effects. It is kind of cool to have some like lava rock floating action here with like fire. So that is already nice. We can see here some of the changes that we're also getting as well. We got new VIP shop themes coming in. We got the new Fountain of Dreams event also arriving. We got some new alliance features that are coming out as well. So yeah, we'll get to that as well. And auto peacekeeping optimization. So okay, auto barbing is coming out, and the museum event series like we explained before. So now when we go back here and we go through this here, it says the city theme set comes with exclusive accessories, including the city and teleport effects. The exclusive city and teleport effects are only applicable when corresponding city theme is in use. If you use a transmog, yada yada yada. New SVIP shop items, we just saw that as well. Optimized Arc of Osiris, okay, here's a nice one. A replay feature has been added to the Golden Battlefield. Govers can now view Alliance recent battles under tournament history for post-match review. That's really good for Arc of for Osiris League teams, right? If they want to preview their previous matches or their training sessions as well, this will be really good for that. And then in balance mode for custom matches, you can now use equipment awakened up to tier 5. And that is probably one of the best parts of this update, I would say. Since I enjoy like going into balanced mode and testing a lot of things, so the fact that we can upgrade or awaken the gear now to tier 5 is a really nice add-on in my opinion. The conduct score system here on number 4. Players who use third-party tools such as scripts, cheats will have their conduct score deducted. When a player conduct score fails below certain thresholds, penalties will be applied accordingly. Okay, so don't cheat, guys. It's not good, right? And then here's a really good one at number 5 too. Season 3 Story Pioneer. Select kingdoms have entered into Season 3 can experience the King of All Britain story and the Battle of Glory before entering Season of Conquest. A really good add-on right here, since for early game players, when you enter into KVK 3, you're only going to play LVD, right? And LVD is kind of a boring story mode. So if they are introducing some new KVK stories in the early game, that's already a bonus too. So fixed an issue with the King of All Britain story where the battlefield appropriations and Ant Crusher stratagems did not work correctly. These stratagems should now take effect according to their descriptions. So in the past, we did have a hot topic here with Ant Crusher, if I can remember, with the Britain KVK, so we'll probably look into that as well, see if there's any like good changes to that skill now. But yeah, that is pretty straightforward. I like that they are fixing some things in the Britain story. It's not a bad KVK for what it's worth. And then other features here: Alliance notes. Alliance leaders, counselors, and officers with appropriate permissions can add notes to Alliance members, and it is visible to all Alliance members. So if your leaders are going to tell you that you need to do something, I guess maybe you are slacking a bit in the Alliance. It actually exposes you more on a spotlight now, I would say. It's not really something that I think is a good add-on, but maybe if it's related to like KVK events or off-season kingdom, like fort activity and what players should keep doing, like a to-do list. It's good to make to-do lists on the Alliance board now for all the Alliance members to see, right? Optimized map markers. Added a copy all feature for marked text. I really like that too, since you can just like copy and paste on the markers now to put them down faster. And the ability to set a coalition markers is now available to leaders, counselors, and officers with appropriate permissions across all alliances within the coalition. So great, now you can get messages out to everybody in the coalition, and it won't just be specific to one alliance only, right? And quick checks for alliance leaders, for all the leaders here, and it can initiate an alliance-wide check, readiness check. I think we also saw it on the picture there, so you can like get a ready check going to see how many players are active to maybe go into a gate opening fight, or to prepare for like anything in general related to kingdoms, right? All online members will receive a notification, and you can choose to confirm or decline. The feature will unlock once the kingdom the alliance is in enters Season 1. So that's great, it's already going to be available in Season 1. It improved PC shortcut controls, adjusted the position of troop markers button in PC shortcuts, okay. Optimized auto peacekeeping, so we got some extra points here for barbarians. Apparently when the barbs were attacking, or when your marchers were attacking barbs, they would AoE another barb next to them, and then the marchers would just keep going and not kill the barb that was AoE'd, right? So I think they're changing that a little bit here now, so your marchers will focus down the barb that received AoE damage. And for modified the maneuver at ease description for the Wedge 2 armament in some languages. The correct description should read: within 5 seconds after using an active skill, for every 3 instances of basic attack and counter-attack damage dealt, the next basic attack will have its damage converted into direct damage instead. And the direct damage is equal to 150%, so it sounds more or less similar to me. And it says here the correction is text only and does not affect the actual mechanics in the game. So yeah, that's not really going to affect the inscription, thankfully. And like we explained in the previous in-depth guide for the new archers, the maneuver at ease is really going to be good for the new garrison archer, right? So definitely pick that one up as soon as you can. And adjusted the descriptions pertained to rage gain speed for consistency purposes. This changes text only and does not affect the actual mechanics in the game. So okay, if they're giving a little bit more clarity on how rage gain speed works, I think that is a W. And yeah, let's check on the next part here. I think it was announcements. Yeah, so conversion stones and clarifications on recent changes. They said, hey everyone, we've seen a number of suggestions and feedback regarding conversion stones following the recent announcement on adjustments to Wedge 2 and the related systems, including some very detailed calculations. We truly appreciate all the thoughts and concerns shared by the community. So okay, let's see what key topics are they going to mention here. So regarding the 7.14% probability shown in dispatch, so this is in the new dispatch in-game. You can top right, there's an info bar where you can see the probabilities for these things that are dropping. So let's see what they say here. They said the 7.4% currently displayed in dispatch refers to the probability that a reward will include conversion stone fragments as a reward type. It does not mean that only one fragment will be obtained each time it appears. In practice, when conversion stone fragments appear, the quantity is randomized within a certain range and is not fixed at 1. Therefore, calculating the annual yield, so per year yield, based on 1 fragment per drop will significantly underestimate the actual long-term expected value. That said, we recognize that the current dispatch interface does not clearly display the exact quantity of fragments, which can easily lead to misunderstandings. We will optimize this display as soon as possible so that players can more clearly see the number of fragments included in rewards. So they just say here that players should not be worried that they are going to get less fragments now. It's going to be more RNG based, right? So you might log in one day, you might get one type of these fragment quests. You might even get 2 or more, right? I already saw a player that got a couple more of those. He already let us know. I think I can scroll up here so that we can see it. He said, let me just see where this picture is. Yeah, here it is. So this player, Catacult from TKC, love the guy. He always brings in good questions and nice info. So here he said he actually was only doing the blue and purple quests daily for like 3 days. And then on the 3rd day, he actually got back to back like 3 of these fragment quests. And this is the amount of fragments that he actually received on that specific day. So it is possible to get like 3 of these quests per day, I think. So there is some kind of good RNG involved in that as well. And you can even see here the fragments, it can be 3, 2, 1, and 2. So it's very RNG based right now. So I think players should maybe try it out for like a month or 2, and then we'll see like how good is the new conversion stone fragment system, right? If it ends up with us receiving more stones per year, then it's a W, right? And the fact that they took away the conversion stones in KVK, in my opinion, it was bad. I think for 10 conversion stones per KVK, they could have just left it like that, right? So we'll actually see like how many conversion stones could we actually get now from the dispatch shop. And here, whether at the number 2 point here, whether the overall supply has been reduced, using the state forum at level 25 with 8 dispatches per day. As a reference, the expected annual amount of conversion stones fragments under the current configuration is not approximately 209 fragments. So they're saying it is not that amount, like how some players calculated, but higher than that figure. So they're saying that you can actually receive more than this amount. But to be honest, since we got 10 conversion stones per KVK played, the maximum amount of KVKs that you can play is 4, right? So between like 3 to 4 KVKs. So it would actually be like 400 fragments. So 209 fragments would be actually very, very bad. So I hope in this case that we'll actually be able to receive more than 400 fragments per year. And yeah, they say here the overall target is to keep it roughly consistent with the baseline acquisition level of the previous system. We also understand that dispatch probability-based system and individual players may experience different results above or below the expected value in the short term. So they're saying here, depending on your RNG, you could have either very good luck, you could even have very bad luck getting these fragments. So going forward, we will continue monitoring the actual distribution across players with different activity levels, and rather than relying solely on server-wide averages. If we observe the acquisition pressure is significantly higher than expected, we will make adjustments accordingly. So right now they're saying they're also not even sure like how many fragments we can get per year using this system. So it could be very good for us as well, but if we're going to get too many of these fragments, they might adjust that again so that we only receive the amount that they think that we deserve, right? And to be honest, I think we deserve at least, come on, like, how would I say, if it was like 10 stones per KVK, in my last video that I did on Chiz's channel, I said it should be at least like 20 stones per KVK. So I think we should get like 800 fragments a year would be a good number, I would say. So here on the 3rd point, whether this affects legendary armor drop rates, It says conversion stone fragments do not reduce the drop rate of legendary armaments. The probabilities related to legendary armaments in dispatch remain unchanged before and after the adjustment. Conversion stone fragments mainly affect other reward pools and do not reduce a player's chances of obtaining legendary armaments through dispatch. So again, they're just trying to like calm players down and say we're not screwing you here with adding the fragments into the dispatch shop now. You'll still be able to get your daily legendary armaments from dispatch as well. And additional acquisition channels. We've received a range of suggestions around expanding the access to conversion stone fragments, including adding them to PvE modes such as Realm of Mystique. So they're already going to add some fragments into Realm of Mystique. It's already a W, but to be honest, they can just add it into all of the passive events that we do, right? And I think a normal way would be maybe, even if players can receive like 1 fragment per day, it would be pretty good, right? Because that would be 365 fragments per year, and that is very close to like the amount that we would expect. But with the current system, I think we can get actually much more fragments than that, including them in the courier station's ordinary store as limited exchanges, providing more stable and periodic acquisition methods. And we will continue evaluating these options based on in-game data and future update pacing. So this is more like a trial period system that they implemented in dispatch. They're going to try to put it into events as well, maybe in like more events than normal. So if you are playing now during this trial period that they're doing, you might actually get very lucky with a lot more fragments. So definitely make sure that you guys are logging in every day, and maybe even try Catapult's method, right, where he was only doing the blue and the purple quests for like a couple days to stack more of those fragment quests all at once. So if you can get lucky to get more of the conversion stone fragment quests, that is going to be really nice. And the future formation release schedule. It says for the formation updates, we are currently following the plan shared in the previous developer face-to-face. So they're saying nothing has changed about the expected release for the next formation. So it is going to be based on what they did with the face-to-face with the last developer session that they had. And we will provide clearer information in the future announcements regarding formation release timing, conversion stone distribution planning, and whether conversion costs between formations of the same type need further optimization. Yo, actually this point right here. And whether conversion stone costs between formations of the same type need further optimization. You know what that tells me? They watched Chiz's video that I made with the collab. Because I was saying if you swap from one formation to another of the same type, it should not cost you that much, right? So hopefully they decrease the amount of conversion stones that we need to swap our legendary inscriptions to like a newer one, right? Since they just combined the wedge formation, wedge 1 and wedge 2 together, if we are swapping inside the same formation, maybe it will result in us even using less of these conversion stones, which will be a massive W. So I'm really looking forward to see if they implement that change. But yeah, I'm really hyped for that. So players can make progression decisions with greater certainty. So that is a W right there. So I mean, yeah, like if you're using the wedge formation and you just want to upgrade to the new stuff that they add, it shouldn't cost you like a fortune just to get up to that damage, that new damage level, right? So they should definitely just make it open to the masses, and we'll go from there. And then they say here at the end, once again, thank you for the feedback and detailed discussions. We will be prioritizing improving reward visibility in dispatch and continued monitoring the in-game data to ensure the system remains sustainable and transparent for players. So, all right. I think with the update that is coming now, it's going to be really nice. We're getting new city skin, new optimizations for the Alliance. Early game players can enjoy the new KVK stories potentially. So yeah, there's a couple of good things that are coming in here. The new fountain city event thing, I think it's where is that thing again? Let me see. Yeah, this new fountain event is going to be plastered with a paywall, right? So the Fountain of Dreams. So expect it's going to cost a pretty penny to get this rolling anyway. But yeah, everything else here looks pretty fine to me. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how the new fragments implemented in the dispatch is going to calculate up. Hopefully, we are all going to have a very good RNG and we'll have a lot of conversion stones to go with that, right? Since we're all getting ready to swap over our QSH wedge inscriptions over to the wedge 2 inscriptions now. So hopefully that gets implemented very soon. They should definitely decrease the cost that it takes for conversion stones swapping in the formation of the same type. I highly agree with that. So if you enjoyed the video here today, guys, drop a like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, see ya.